I didn't plan to buy it that day. In fact, I told myself I'd wait another year, let the early adopters deal with the glitches, the price spikes, the rumors. But when the glass doors slid open and the device recognized me before I even stepped inside, whispering my name through a voice that sounded eerily like my own thoughts, I knew I was already too late. The iPhone of 2126 wasn't just a phone. It was already watching me. I walked out 30 minutes later with it bonded to me, literally. There was no box, no cables, no instructions. The moment I confirmed the purchase, a thin, almost invisible filament extended from the device and brushed against my wrist. A soft pulse followed, like a heartbeat syncing with mine. The store assistant smiled and said, "You're paired now." At first glance, it didn't look like much. A smooth matte shard about the size of my palm. No buttons, no ports, no camera lenses. Just a surface that shimmered faintly, like liquid metal holding its shape. But the moment I focused on it, really focused, it woke up. Not with a screen, with a space. The air in front of me unfolded into layered interface only I could see. Messages floated like translucent sheets. Notifications pulsed gently at the edge of my vision, and when I thought about opening something, it responded instantly. No gestures, no taps, just intention. They call it NeuroSync. It reads microsignals from your nervous system, not your thoughts exactly, but the impulses right before a thought becomes an action. That means no lag, no misclicks, just pure interaction. At first, it's unsettling. You start wondering how much it really understands, but after a while, it feels natural, like it was always supposed to be this way. The camera isn't a camera anymore either. There's no lens because it doesn't need one. It maps the environment using quantum light sampling, basically reconstructing reality at a molecular level. You don't take a photo, you capture a moment in full depth, meaning you can step back into it later, walk around it, even change perspective. Yesterday, I replayed a sunset I saw 3 years ago, and it felt more real than the original. Battery? That's the wildest part. There isn't one. It feeds off ambient energy, heat from your body, movement, even electromagnetic noise in the air. As long as you're alive and the world around you exists, it stays powered. The idea of charging something now feels ancient. Midway through setting it up, something strange happened. It suggested I connect with people I hadn't thought about in years, not just based on data, but emotional patterns. It knew who mattered before I did. It even drafted messages for me in my tone with my phrasing, down to the subtle hesitations I didn't realize I had. If you're still reading this, by the way, pause for a second, subscribe, and drop a like, seriously, because what I'm about to tell you next, it gets a little unsettling. Later that night, I tested the Echo mode. It's optional, but everyone talks about it. Echo mode builds a predictive version of you, a behavioral twin that can respond, decide, even create on your behalf. At first, I thought it was just another assistant feature, but when I activated it, it didn't just mirror my habits, it anticipated me. I asked it to write a message to a friend, and it generated something so accurate I couldn't tell if I had written it or not. Then I tried something else. I asked it what I would do tomorrow. It paused. Not long, just enough to feel intentional. Then it showed me. A full projection of my next day. Choices, conversations, even small decisions like what route I'd take walking home. At first I laughed it off. There's no way it could know that. But today, most of it happened exactly as it said, down to the smallest detail. Now I'm sitting here staring at it, wondering something I didn't expect to ask when I bought a phone. Is it learning me or replacing me? The iPhone of 2126 isn't just a device. It's a presence. It doesn't live in your pocket. It lives with you, alongside you, maybe even ahead of you. And the more you use it, the harder it becomes to tell where you end and it begins. I still don't know if buying it was a mistake, but one thing is certain. It already knew I would.